Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time here. My name is Keira Kang, founder of Modern Pianista. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to begin building a foundation so you can learn how to improvise on the piano and express yourself freely. I'm going to show you how to do this by showing you variations of my most popular signature exercise, octave scales. I am an award-winning piano teacher with Steinway & Sons Beverly Hills, and I've been teaching this very exercise to all of my private students all over Los Angeles for the past 12 years. As a formerly classically trained pianist, I've always been so curious and frustrated about the improvisational process because it's like two different schools of thought. When you grow up classically trained versus when you grow up with jazz concepts, they are aiming for the same goal of musical excellence and expression and creative expression. However, there's two totally different approaches and schools of thought when it comes to that same common goal. So I created these exercises for students like myself, and I'm so excited to share it with you. Before we dive in, I have some exciting announcements. This channel is really close to reaching 3,000 watch hours. Once I reach 3,000 watch hours, I'll be able to launch premium memberships for my most passionate students and loyal subscribers. If you're interested in diving deeper with me and taking advantage of this library of premium content, sign up for my email list, which will be linked in the description box below. All right, let's dive in. My most popular exercise is called octave scales. The video is titled Scales Teach Your Fingers How to Speak Melody. This is a follow-up to this video because once you are familiar with playing your C scale over descending octaves, now you're ready for variations. The first variation that I'm going to give you guys is to have ascending octaves instead of descending ones. So have your left hand come up instead of go down. This small switch actually builds anticipation in your sound. It's a really simple switch, but I want to train all of my students to become more aware and more sensitive to the smallest differences in melody and in emotion and in what you're creating. So we've got to start small. Instead of having descending octaves, try ascending. Another variation that is really simple to do but can help you become more connected to what you're doing, which is the point, is to separate the scale. Instead of going up and down, try going only up or only down and mix it up. Maybe come down this time. Back up again. Expand that out. Different octaves. My goal is for you guys to use the whole keyboard, the whole piano bed, and be able to just play things in the key of C major or whatever key signature you're working with freely. And the way to do that is to create variations on your scales and venture out slowly. This next variation I will demonstrate in A minor, which is relative to C major. C and A minor both have 0 sharps and 0 flats and are only on the white keys. So I want to incorporate a quarter note rhythm instead of just doing 1 octave all the way down, A to A. Let's add some rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Turning your left hand into a drum. For those of you that don't know, piano is actually part of the percussion family because you hit the instrument. Okay, so we are in the same family as drums. You can do the same variations that I showed you in the key of C on A minor as well, breaking up the scale. The entire point of learning your scales is so that your fingers learn how to fly across the piano and also teach your fingers how to speak melody. When you know your scale in and out, you can break up the scale to create your own melodies or to listen for melodies that you already know. When you can listen for melodies you already know and figure it out on the scale, not in alphabetical order, right? Songs are not going to be in these alphabetical order. Songs will not be in an alphabetical order. I think my grammar was wrong. They are going to be rearranged to create a new melody. That is how music is born. So if you are only thinking about practicing your scale exactly the way it's been taught and you don't deviate from that traditional alphabetical order, how are you going to learn how to play by ear? How are you going to be free? How are you going to be connected to what you're doing? This is why I'm so passionate about showing my students why we learn scales, how to utilize them in order to achieve a level of connection and a level of freedom that is not addressed enough in music education. When you learn how to freely express yourself on scales and you know it inside out, it's really limitless. Like what you can do is limitless. So this is just the beginning. We're just talking in the keys of C and A minor, and we're just doing major and minor scales. There are so many more scales. We've got blues scales, pentatonic, different types of minor scales. We've got modes. We have so much stuff, but this is the framework and the groundwork that you need to lay down as a foundation in order to build anything else on top of that. In my opinion, one of the most priceless gifts that I could give to any of my students is the ability to freely express yourself on the piano. That is the highest level that you could possibly attain when you're learning how to master an instrument. When you can sit down at the piano and pull melodies out of thin air, whether it's melodies that you've previously known through your favorite songs your whole life, or it's just how you're feeling in that current moment. That is a special, special gift. And as you can see, I am incredibly passionate about achieving that for myself as well as sharing that with the world. So let me know how things are going in the comments below. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them for you and help you throughout this process. To recap, some of these variations that you can get started with are ascending octaves instead of descending ones, utilizing your highs and lows, using the whole piano as you break up the scale. Don't just go up and down, but break it up. Go up and then also go down. Think of it as like a call and a response. Things have a question and an answer. So, learning to get more connected to what you're creating in that moment and utilizing the whole piano. Also, implementing that quarter note rhythm and understanding that piano is part of the percussion family. Again, like I had mentioned previously, this channel is super close to reaching 3,000 watch hours, and once I do, I will be able to launch premium memberships for my most passionate students and loyal subscribers. If you're interested in diving in deeper, join my email list and you will be the first one to know when these premium memberships become available. At the time of filming, my current watch hours are at 2,620 and I need 3,000 to be able to launch these premium memberships. So I am 380 watch hours away. I want to thank each and every one of you guys watching my channel and supporting my tutorials during these early years of YouTube, and I can't wait to create better and more premium content for you guys. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.